Can you just share with us a little bit of your motivation and what drives you to be Kobe Bryant with all your success?
Well, for me, it's I love what I do. I love it with a passion. So, I've always believed if you love it, you're always trying to find new ways to get better. All the time. It's not about the fame. It's not about the money. It's not necessarily about winning. It all starts just with the love of what you do, and just trying to figure out new ways all the time of how to do it better.
Sure. And look, obviously in an NBA season, doesn't matter whether the Lakers are going well or bad, you're Kobe Bryant. So 82 games a year, you have the best defensive player on the opposition, psychs himself up for that game. So the target's on your chest. Mm-hmm. Now, how do you motivate yourself when you've done so much to come out night in, night out and perform?
Because I know, somebody on the other end is, spending a week preparing. So I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's what's so fun about it. Every single night you're going to get the best from somebody, and it's about being ready for that, and them knowing you're going to be ready. And it's fun. I get excited just thinking about it. It's fun.
It's great. Kobe, a lot of the young kids that are here today are some of the better athletes in Singapore, the Singapore Sports School. We have some of our local young players and different people like that. Can you impart with them just some of the motivational side of it, because some of these kids have had some success earlier on in their career, and when we talk about complacency, the dedication that's needed to go to the next level and to perform well and handle all the hardships and the different things that they'll come up through.
Well, let me start by it's twofold. For me, when I was your guys' age, I wasn't known as being one of the best players. There was always players that were better than me. And what they didn't understand was that there was a player out there who was watching them and wanted to beat them. And that person was me. And they didn't understand that. So when I would go to these camps, they kind of coach. They wouldn't work as hard because they're number one player in the country or number two player in the country, and I wasn't even ranked. And they didn't understand that I was out there and I wanted to have what they had, and I wanted it really, really bad. So while they were coasting and weren't working, I was working all the time. Okay, and I finally was able to catch them. And so now, me being in this position, I understand that there's players out there trying to hunt me down. So you're constantly working to kind of keep your edge and to be the best. And my father always told me when I was a kid, he said, look, whatever you do, no matter what you do, go for the whole thing, be the best. And that's my goal, and that's what I strive for. And same thing I teach my kids. If you're going to do something, be the best at it. I don't care what it is. Just go for the whole thing.
Singapore, for such a small country, basketball is very popular here. It's one of the higher participation sports here, and we have some beautiful facilities which you'll see tonight. But majority of the courts here are in the housing estates and the housing developments. But there's a lot of them here, outdoor courts, and a lot of our kids, you can see them because of the humidity here out late at night hooping it up and so forth. I believe yourself and Nike produced a shoe just for that very reason, the outdoor courts, and to help kids. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, the conversation kind of stemmed from where I started playing basketball and just playing outside all the time, just playing on concrete, just playing on playgrounds, and I just thought it'd be kind of neat to have a shoe that was built just for that. So to have a shoe that's actually constructed for you to perform better on an outdoor surface. Done has been focused on indoor courts, parquet floors, things like that. So why not build a shoe that's designed and structured to perform on an outdoor court that'll last longer, have more cushion, be more comfortable, more stability, and Nike was able to do it.
A little better than the old days, but 4 weeks to wear a shoe in and three days to wear it out.
Yeah, a lot different.